Are you curious? This is Angy Stewart from InnerLight via Kardec Radio, but also in our YouTube. So if you are in YouTube, please subscribe. We need your help in order to give a name to our channel, InnerLight. And today we are going to talk about death. Yes, death. Death is something, it's actually the only thing we are absolutely sure will happen to us. We are all born and we will all die one day. But what happens is that to the Spiritist person or to many spiritualistic people, we are absolutely sure that the spirit is immortal. And because the spirit is immortal, the death is just of this physical body. We will all lose this physical body, but our spirit will be free, and one day we will come back again as a cute, adorable baby. But, so why are so many people afraid of death? There are many reasons, huge amount of reasons. I will just talk about 5. So the first one is the instinct of preservation. We are born with it, so we can actually protect ourselves. Whenever we are exposed to a dangerous situation, we try to retract from it, so we preserve our lives. But there is also the unknown fact. A lot of people don't even believe there is life after death, so they get afraid of it. They don't know what's going to happen. Or they think that when you die, there is the nothingness, and this is also scary. The other point is that going to be painful? I'm going to suffer. I'm going to feel a lot of things when I'm dying. This also makes a lot of people scared. And the last point is, what about my things? The attachment. A lot of people is super attached to their things. So imagine that rich man that just bought a Lamborghini and he's dying. So in his mind, who is going to use my car? I just bought it. I don't want to give this to anyone. It's mine, mine, mine. And they act like this with everything they possess. And some people are not rich, but they are also attached. They are attached to the little things they have. So it's important for us to learn how to be detached from things. Because when we die, we will have this process of disconnection easier. So it doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, but the disconnection has to be easier. So let's be more charitable. The last thing also is attachment to people. Yes, attachment to people. Some people keep thinking, I cannot die because my kids depend on me. Yes, I know. Some mothers, they get so desperate because they have little kids. But we have to remember that God is our mother and father. And nobody will be totally alone. We will always receive protection. And we have to remember that what connects us is love. So if there is love, there will be connection. And whenever somebody else we love cross to the spiritual realm, we will be together again. But some people also say, I don't believe in life after death because nobody ever returned to talk about it. Well, in Spiritism, we know a lot of people return. Some programs before we talked about mediumship and mediums. So just go there and you will understand in details what mediumship is. And in Brazil, there was a man, very famous, very charitable, very loving. He was the medium of the poor. And he also was nicknamed the mailman of the mothers. His name was Chico Xavier. And he used to receive thousands of letters, psychographic, by the spirits to their moms. Many of these kids were young and the moms were going through a lot of pain, missing the kids, not understanding why they had to leave so early. So Chico was able to give some relief to them, was able to tell them they are alive. And one day you will meet again. So this is beautiful. One book that I would love to recommend is called Who is Afraid of Death by Richard Simonetti. So if you can buy this book, you will love it. It's a very thin book and very funny. He describes all the things that you want to know about death and how is the process of dying and how is the awakening in a super funny and easygoing way. So check it out. But now we are going to talk a little bit more about Spiritism, and this is the book that I recommend to you, Heaven and Hell. I don't know if you can see. This is the old edition, and this book talks about death, how it happens, why it happens, what is the process of dying, what is the process of disconnecting from the physical body, what is the process of waking up in the other side. And it depends of so many things. We know that we are all different, and we will wake up, we will die, and we will wake up in the other side depending on ourselves. So if you go to this book, on the second part, chapter 1, it will be talking about the passage. So the items 1 to 15, it talks about the passage from the physical realm to the spiritual realm. So how will be the process of discarnation? A lot of this will depend on how we live our lives. So if a person is a good person, is a charitable person, is a person that enjoys making friends, is a person that enjoys life, is not a very bitter person, this process will be much, much easier, because we have to remember we are never alone. If we are living here, we already had a lot of family members or friends that went to the spiritual realm before us. And you also have to remember that we have a family and the spiritual friends from previous lives. People that we know, and they did not reincarnate, they did not come back to earth with us, but they will be there waiting for us to help us when we reach to the other side. So you can just imagine the contrary, a person that was very ignorant, a person that used to fight a lot, a criminal, someone that killed people, someone that's very bitter. So the process of dying will be difficult for him. It's not going to be the same one. And it doesn't matter the type of death we have. Because I know you guys are thinking, oh, the person that started dying for many years, the person who died in a car accident, or the person who died is sleeping. So for us, that we see it is different from the point of view of the spirit. So for us, maybe someone who died sleeping was like a piece of cake, but we don't know how is the disconnection of the physical body to the spiritual body. So it all depends on how this person lived. This is one point. The second point is really the mental perturbation. So the spirits tell us that during our disconnection from the body, we will have this torpor. We will feel like very sleepy, even like a drunk, not really understanding what's happening. But this is to help us with our waking up time. So when this torpor time passes, we will start waking up very drowsy, but we will wake up. And there are many different ways of waking up. I'm sure if you saw the movie Ghost, you saw different types of waking up in the spiritual realm there. The same way, if you were a good person, you will wake up in an easy way. You will wake up probably with spiritual friends receiving you, with family members that love you. But if you were not that good, you will have some problems there, because we are all about energy. So if we have a good vibration spiritual friends will be there. If we have a low vibration, if we enjoy all kinds of negativity, hatred, all kinds of issues, there will be spirits vibrating the same way to connect with us. So the important thing is live well to die and wake up well. We have to think about it so we can actually improve our way of living. So we will be dying and waking up better. So now, just to finalize, many years ago, my mother had a good friend who was a spiritist, and he told us one day that he woke up in a hospital after a coma. And when he saw the nurse, he told the nurse, "You can tell me." And I did. And the nurse looked at him like, "What?" And he said, "I'm a spiritist. I believe in life after death, so you can just tell me. This is too white, too clean, too good to be on earth. Where I am in the spiritual realm." And the woman looked at him and said, "Listen, you are in a hospital in Jacarepaguá, Rio de Janeiro. I don't even know what you're talking about." So he was not dead. And he told us, a few weeks after he told us, and we were laughing so much because it was hilarious. But unfortunately, a few months later, he actually died. He was such a loving person. He was so funny, so upbeat that I'm sure he woke up in the other side in a great way. And I miss him so much. His name is Paulo, and I'm sure one day I will be seeing him again and laughing again. I will talk to you soon. Mwah! Bye!